Right, welcome back. Excited to delve into this next chat because it's called Breakfast with Mugabe. It's an intense and thought-provoking exploration of mental health, political power, and also personal turmoil. So this play really delves into the psychological landscape of one of Africa's most controversial figures, unmasking the vulnerabilities beneath the political facade. But it also just tackles mental health issues within the context of power, of leadership, challenging audiences to also reflect on the human side of political figures, often depicted solely by their public personas. Now, seasoned performer Gontse Ntshegang, portraying Grace, Mugabe's wife, of course, joins us here in studio alongside the director of the play, Calvin Ratlabi, who is virtual, and of course, playwright Fraser joins us as well to chat a little bit further. So on that note, welcome to all of you. Thank you for your time, bright and early at this hour. Breakfast TV, Breakfast with Mugabe. Yeah. But Calvin, we've agreed we're going to start with you, and thank you for also joining us at this hour. I mean, it's an important conversation. The themes still relevant today, and you know, arguably it seems like it's back with a vengeance if we're looking at the power play dynamics unfolding. But in this context, telling the story, tell us a little bit more about your vision and how it's come to life.
Yeah. Thank you very much for having us and doing this interview. I think what drew me to the script, Breakfast with Mugabe, which is brilliantly written by Fraser Grace.
Yeah.
I was drawn into this conversation or script by the psychological complexity that it has. I think the script is about it's a human story. It's a human story about guilt, memory, trauma, but also about a country in Africa, not necessarily Zimbabwe. What fascinated me the most was the intersection of psychiatry and also the possibility of exploring the spiritual side of it. And I think when watching that show it is that conversation of psychiatry and spirituality.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And thank you for setting that context. I want to bring Fraser into the conversation just before we bring in, the characters as well. And Gontse is going to be chatting about that. Fraser, we've heard the themes, and obviously you, having written this, we're looking at its relevance, you know, history back with a vengeance. But take us through your thought process, how also collaborating with Calvin, you know, managed to bring this to life, and why it's important now more than ever.
Yeah, well, I originally wrote the play really because I suppose I wanted people to pay attention to this kind of part of the world and what was going on in Zimbabwe at the time, which was 20 years ago. I wrote the play, that's when it went on. Sure. And so I was working on it before then, early 2000s. And I wanted people in the UK to pay attention to that part of the world. And as we know, as you know, the news agenda kind of moves on very quickly. Yeah. Suddenly there's something else going on in the world. Yep. And people's attention shifts. So that's why I wrote the play. And then 20 years later, quite out of the blue, I hear there's this director, Calvin Ratlabi, who has read my play and is interested and wants to produce it. So it's been a fantastic thing. That the play was seen in the UK, it was seen in the US, and then it's been kind of dormant, waiting for its new moment. And that was Calvin. It's
that pregnant pause, right? Because it comes back, and obviously, Gontse, we're speaking about complexities of humanity at large, but the role of Mugabe's wife. I mean, she's obviously still alive, and so having to honor who she is as a human, but the role that she's also played alongside her husband, the impact she's had on the continent as well in relation to the story of the world. Tell us a little bit more about what went into that for you.
A lot. It's easy, I think, based on the research that I had to go through and do. It's easy to buy into what is there, you know, what's given, which is more, this is the woman, she's Gucci Grace, she's all about the money, she's all about herself. She can come across as being selfish, but her traits are actually stuff that all us human beings all possess. So let us not be too quick to judge, actually. And that's the conclusion I came to in order to like really understand this character and make her real on stage and make her that human being instead of just because she's also got the trials and tribulations of being a black woman in Africa, you know, in a male-dominated world or community or, you know, country. The politics of it, how she as a woman presents herself, what she needs and her trauma also and all of that, you know. So it was a very complex thing, but you have to ground her and make her real so that people don't think she's just a flimsy person. And she's still alive. So let us be sensitive to the fact that, I mean, this is her experience, as we all have our different experiences.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
No, it's nuanced. And I mean, you obviously got to work with the amazing Calvin. Fraser was also there. So you're able to collaborate and bounce off of each other.
It's lovely that it's written so well also.
Right.
And directed so well. So,
makes the job easier.
All the right
and
answers.
the great cast of like Mugabe, played by Tembandaba, and
that artwork
Craig,
over there, I know.
The artwork and Craig and Farai, beautiful cast, really. Yeah.
Calvin, I mean, we're singing praises. We're obviously looking at the important conversations that are also coming through, honoring, you know, some of the characters that are still alive. Their stories are still evolving. But tell us about the challenges that you would have also had to incur. Your own inertia you would have also had to overcome.
I think one of the things that I shared and it was different with each and every cast. I think what Gontse specifically was, we are dealing with a character who's a black woman.
Yes.
You need to be the one who guides me, and I will be part of facilitating this journey of portraying this woman. We are not demonizing Grace Mugabe. We are not even defending her, but we are making her a human. And what Gontse does on that stage, it's something that, I think this country needs to experience. I think every black young girl who wants to be in the arts needs to watch what she does with that woman. You follow her journey in performance, and this is a whole human being who's still alive. And the delicacy and sensitivity that Gontse has on this character, it's so amazing. And also with Tembandaba, who plays Robert Mugabe, it's important for us to also acknowledge that we are dealing with a character who is no longer who's no longer alive.
Yeah.
But at the same time, how do we deal with that sensitivity also of you are here but not here?
Yeah.
And
Calvin, I'm gonna have to interrupt there. As you know, time is a scarce commodity, but the conversation continues. Thank you to all of you for joining us at this hour.
Thank you.
Certainly want to watch. Seasoned actor Gontse Ntshegang, of course, director Calvin Ratlabi this morning, and writer of the play Fraser Grace. They joined us. They were chatting about Breakfast with Mugabe here on Breakfast TV, Morning Live, the Saturday edition. It's obviously showcasing at the Market Theatre. It really explores issues of history, heritage, identity, agency, completing the story of the world by asserting, other versions. And so we're looking forward to seeing how that conversation continues.